In winter on Oak Island, the island is determined to keep its secrets hidden beneath layers of ice and snow. Kellyco representative Dave Spencer, fellow treasure hunters Gary Drayton, and the father and son team Bob and Robert Leonard are heading to the frozen swamp to collect more precise data than they collected last summer. The team is using the DeepMax X6, a high-tech metal detector equipped with a larger frame coil and mounted to a sled. The team is aiming to find metal objects up to 40 feet deep underground. The data collected can be analyzed in a three-dimensional map, which could indicate where items of interest and possibly treasure might lie. Rick Lagina, the team's leader, is relentless and has been able to get big numbers out there in the swamp, which is what they were hoping for. At the northern point of the swamp on property belonging to the family of Fred Nolan, Rick Lagina has just found a large wooden stake. This stake was carbon dated to the 1500s and was believed to be evidence of centuries-old survey markers used to plot out the boundaries in a massive construction project. Fred concluded that Oak Island was once actually two islands artificially joined together by means of the triangle-shaped swamp. Dan and Fred pulled one up together, cut the tip off, and sent it off to be carbon dated. The team is excited about the results and is cautious about getting too excited. They plan to go back and run the detector again to find out where they stand. The Oak Island team is determined to uncover the secrets of the island's past through metal detecting equipment and a meticulous approach to digging. The team is determined to find gold, silver, and other valuable historical artifacts hidden beneath the ice, and their efforts will continue to be crucial in the ongoing search for answers to the Oak Island mystery. Rick and Marty Lagina, who are investigating the mysterious triangle-shaped swamp on Oak Island. They find a survey stake that is corroborated and suggests that it may be man-made. The stake is preserved from the bottom, giving a sense of time and a sense of being old. Marty is impressed by the stake's appearance, and her skepticism level diminishes. The team is also invited to investigate the Oak Island legends about ghosts and curses. Rick and Marty take a 10x shot of the first stake, which looks like a skull. Linda Harry, a paranormal investigator, shares her experiences with the swamp and the mysterious aura it has. She hears footsteps and a boogeyman, but finds nothing. The investigators lead Marty and Rick to the swamp, where they have experienced strange, unexplained phenomena. Jennifer Morrow, one of the investigators, feels the most creeped out in the swamp due to the energy it emits. She is focused on the trees over there and believes that if something is buried on Oak Island, it should be left undisturbed. One of the little green lights on the swamp has 5 indicator lights that read electromagnetic. Some people believe that if something is buried on Oak Island, it is best left undisturbed. Jennifer feels uncomfortable and constantly looks over her shoulder, as if there is something watching behind her. The researchers have a hit on the K2 signal, which is a big one. They are curious about what the researchers encountered, and whether it could be just a simple mechanical malfunction. The swamp is a place where many people have experienced strange, unexplained phenomena, and the researchers are working to uncover the truth about the swamp's mysterious nature. The story revolves around Rick and Marty Lagina, who are trying to solve a 200-year-old mystery on Oak Island. They have invested too much time and money in this quest, but they are not satisfied with the results. Marty believes that if there is an Oak Island curse, it is located at the Oak Island swamp. They have gathered miles of data and conducted numerous tests, all indicating the presence of something strange beneath the acres of dark, brackish water. However, when the data is tested, the results are often inconclusive or disappear altogether. Marty is concerned that time is running out, and they should spend the remaining weeks exploring other potential treasure sites. The team has run 2 types of GPR and the X6, and they have confirmed hits on several targets, including the top 4, the Earthen Berm, the Mercy Area, and the new theory, the Enochian Chamber. However, they have not received any inconclusive data on any of these sites. Rick, who is sick of the swamp and wants to stop investigating, suggests that they should dig something and dig something right. Marty agrees, but Rick hates the Q word and wants to quit with remote sensing. He agrees to look at the data in the can and pick 2 sites to continue their investigation. The team remains committed to their mission, and they will continue to dig and explore the swamp. The team is exploring a swamp in the Bahamas, where they are digging for valuable clues and identifying potential hideaway locations. They are starting with a muon target anomaly on Oak Island, which they believe will be the first time they have found something like a ship's railing. The muon technology is exciting because it allows them to take an X-ray of the island from underneath. On Swamp Road, they find a preliminary muon target that they believe is worth exploring. Gary pulls out a shaped piece of wood that looks similar to the ship's railing we found near there, dating back to the 700 or 800s. This could be a good find for carbon dating. Steve and Rick are also interested in the muon anomaly, and they plan to call him about the railing they found. Rick and Marty are almost to the end of their search, but they still have some answers to find in the swamp. Gary has found several artifacts along the swamp's edge, but no metal was found. Rick found an interesting piece of wood that stands out as well, which stands out as it stands out. The survey stake looks a lot like the stakes we found in the cobble path. The depth of the pile is about 10 feet deep, and the pile is from this corner. The team has two things worth carbon dating, one of which is a railing that they believe will date to the same era. The railing is called Leading the Witness, and the question is whether it will date to the same era. The team agrees that digging on Oak Island is always a good thing, as it brings up unexpected discoveries. The Idian anomaly is not as exciting as the other two, but they still have some things to analyze. They are done with the Idian anomaly and are ready to move on to their next project. In this week's episode of The Money Pit, Rick and Marty Lagena, their partner Craig Tester, and their team are exploring a 230-year-old treasure mystery on Oak Island. They have discovered a new pair of man-made features in the northern region of the triangle-shaped swamp, a stone pathway and a small cellar or vault. The team is intrigued by the tight distribution of size, which they believe could be related to Anthony Graves, a farmer who purchased a majority of Oak Island in 1857. As they dig deeper into the swamp, they discover a square vault-like structure submerged in the swamp. The purpose of this structure remains unknown, but they hope to find out if it was a hiding place for Anthony Graves's belongings. They also discover a piece of brick attached to it, which they believe is a pipe of some sort. The team is determined to determine the age of this structure and its purpose, as they don't know what else is down there. The next morning, Rick Lagena leads fellow Oak Island landowner Tom Nolan to the mysterious vault-like structure. Tom is amazed by the slate that is perfectly cut and believes it is a structure built to contain something or hide something. Rick believes that the structure has a hard bottom and a lot of brick, making it seem like it might be a hiding place. In the northern region of the swamp, Rick and his team have found a potentially important clue inside the vault-like structure. They discover a handle off a chest inside the vault-like feature, which they believe may be related to the Spanish silver coins that former landowner Anthony Graves reportedly discovered on Oak Island. The team is determined to uncover the truth about the mystery and its connection to the Spanish silver coins that were reportedly discovered on Oak Island. The team is exploring a swamp in Oak Island, New York, where they discovered a unique structure that has sparked many questions. They are determined to excavate the structure and discover what is at the bottom of it. They have a plan in place, but they are unsure of how to proceed. One of the items found is a hook that appears to be wrought iron, possibly built by Anthony Graves to safeguard a subsurface treasure he found. The team is excited about this discovery and hopes to find more answers in the next day. The team, including archaeologist Laird Niven and archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan, are working on a project that involves finding 3 items in the swamp. The first item is a wood grain-like structure on the handle, which is thought to be a crank. The second item is a pipe with a slight manganese content, which fits more towards the early to mid-1800s. The team is now looking at a feature and artifacts that predate Anthony Graves's occupation of the property. They are curious if they have uncovered a treasure vault in the swamp where former Oak Island landowner Anthony Graves reportedly discovered Spanish silver coins over 150 years ago. If so, who created it and what else might be buried deeper within it? The team believes that the purpose of this feature is related to Anthony Graves, as he used Spanish coin as his currency to buy his goods. They are determined to continue their exploration and uncover more clues about the structure and its history. The team is determined to find more answers and uncover more clues about the swamp's history and potential treasures.